He is temperamentally unfit to hold an office that requires knowledge, stability, and immense responsibility.
Thank you all.
America is about to pick its next president.
Do you think Hillary looks presidential enough? I don't think so.
For many voters, it's a choice between the unpalatable and the inconceivable.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
I want to be politically correct, so I refuse to say that I cannot stand her screaming into the microphone all the time.
Few believed Donald Trump would get this far, but the polls are tightening.
This is not someone who should ever have the nuclear codes.
What the hell do you have to lose?
The billionaire salesman is closing the gap with his rival.
We're going to win back the White House, and we are going to be so happy with winning again.
Now Americans are asking themselves, could Donald Trump actually become their next president?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God.
I've been following Trump and his supporters for over a year now. They've kept the faith throughout. There's a growing belief they might get their reward.
People who thought this was going to be an easy race for Hillary Clinton have been proven otherwise. Donald Trump is, close enough that this is going to be a race going forward.
He's intensely competitive. And President of the United States is the biggest contest there is.
Trump is the first one to come along and say, I am a challenge to both parties.
I'm WFMY News 2 meteorologist Ed Matthews. Pretty nice Thursdays shaping up for the Piedmont.
Senior campaign aides are expected to keep close tabs on Hillary Clinton, just coming back from that bout of pneumonia.
Thank you.
According to the normal rules of American politics, Hillary Clinton's campaign machine should give her a huge advantage. For much of the race, polls have put her ahead, far ahead of Donald Trump.
Now, I confess, I'll never be the showman my opponent is, and that's okay with me.
I think she's absolutely the most qualified person we've ever had to run for president. Tremendous experience, tremendous skills, cares about people, just very excited about her.
People accuse me of all kinds of things. You probably have seen that. But nobody ever accuses me of quitting.
But this is no ordinary election. And in this crucial final stage, doubts are setting in.
I'm frightened to death that Trump might win, and that's really unacceptable.
I'm almost scared to say it, but I think Trump might win.
And I will never give up. I'll never walk away, no matter how tough the going gets. I'm actually asking Americans to hold me accountable for my ideas and hold my opponent accountable for his.
You're really in that home stretch when you see the polls start to tighten. We've seen a shift. It's trending towards the Republicans, which is a great place to be sitting in my position. Watching Mr. Trump increase in the polls, seeing Hillary Clinton fall back down in the polls. She had a lead coming out of the Democratic convention, and she's slowly but surely losing that lead.
Trump has captured enthusiasm, but the scale of his ground game is eclipsed by Clinton's. His campaign has become a family business, with his eldest son pitching hard in Pennsylvania.
He doesn't need this job, guys. He doesn't need it. He's not the one that's made $250 million peddling influence like our opponent.
How many dads can have their kids all working for them and be successful? He talks the way we talk. He cuts through. He's not a politician. We are so sick of politicians. Absolutely sick. So, and he's not. And I don't think he's going to turn into one either. We're going to rise above, and we're going to come out, and we're all going to vote for Trump.
I like what he said, and we are a Trump fan, wife and I, and both of us were Democrats at one time.
I just give him a lot of credit, him and his family. I hope they save our country.
I think we're in a downturn, a little bit of a downturn. Too many things are politically correct. Too many people and factions get away with things, and maybe he can fix that. We're kind of hoping he can fix that.
If Donald Trump wins a state like Pennsylvania, he probably wins the presidency. I think if he loses, the math for him is very tough. So in American elections, the states that have generally been seen as predicting who wins are Ohio and Florida. Both of those remain very important, but I think the one state that maybe could signal whether Trump can actually win in this election is Pennsylvania.
Mobilizing the loyalists is the easy part. The challenge for Donald Trump Jr. and the whole Trump team is changing skeptical minds.
What about those undecided voters? There are people out there who can't stomach what your dad says, and they can't stomach the way he says it. How are you going to convince them?
Well, I think right now we're way ahead with undecided voters. Okay, that's where we are. They're independents, and all these guys that don't have a party allegiance, we're doing very well with them. In terms of the other undecideds, look at the two candidates. Okay, my father's going to have the media, everyone, both sides, Republican, Democrat, watching every move that he makes. For those who say, "Oh, he's so dangerous," there's nothing dangerous about it. He's going to have the greatest system of checks and balances in place watching him. If Hillary Clinton gets in, the media's going to give her a pass, as they have with every scandal she's had for the last 30 years, everything that's going to go unchecked. The liberals will push that agenda, and the Republicans have shown that they're generally speaking too weak to actually take them on. So, the safe candidate is the guy that's going to have the scrutiny of the world watching him. And I think that should go a long way with people who are undecided that may not be thrilled with either choice.
Is it going to tone it down over the coming weeks?
Thanks. See ya. He hasn't had to. I mean, he's been very pragmatic and talking about things that really matter to American voters.
Is he presidential enough?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can't do what he's done for as long as he has without being it.
I need to speak to you for just 2 minutes. I spoke with you earlier. We're in touch, so great. We got it.
I've been following presidential elections since the 1960s. This has been the most exhausting and depressing election of all of them, maybe all of them put together, because both of the major party candidates are disliked. People are in a foul mood, and almost all of the campaigning is negative, not just by the candidates, but by their supporters, many of whom, and I would say numbering in the millions, have turned vicious.
I don't like politics.
The choice on offer in this election is leaving a lot of voters cold.
I don't know which is the lesser of two evils, to be very honest. Neither one of them inspire me. I think I'm kind of embarrassed as an American that that's who we have running. So that's all I can say. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm a Democrat, but some of her ideas I'm not real thrilled about, but I have to vote for somebody, so.
Not with much enthusiasm by the sounds of it.
No, unfortunately not.
Neither. Third party.
You don't like either of them, why not?
No, I'm just not a politician guy.
Donald Trump is the most unpopular presidential nominee in modern American history, if not all of American history. And by the way, the second most unpopular presidential nominee in modern American history is Hillary Clinton.
See, we don't agree, because she's a Trump fan and I can't stand him.
I mean, he's dangerous. I get that part.
Very dangerous.
But he has balls that most of them don't have, so. Sorry. It's a true story.
You don't agree?
No. No, I do agree. He's an ass. There's just cut and dry.
She says your guy's an ass.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't like either of them, really. But if I had to have one, I'd probably go with Trump. Only because I don't trust her at all.
I could smack her for that, you know.
Trump would benefit from a low turnout, and I don't think the turnout's going to be low. People will be surprised. There's a condition called negative partisanship, which is prevailing in this election. It's when people turn up to vote not to be for someone, but because they really hate one of the candidates. And that can increase turnout just as much as people loving one particular candidate.
You have some people, however, that are not doing so well because their jobs are being taken away. Their jobs are going to foreign lands, and we're not going to let that happen anymore, folks. We're not going to let it happen. We're not going to let it happen.
While there might be broad distaste for Donald Trump, for his die-hard fan base, he can do no wrong. They don't come more loyal than JONI Horn, who I met with her daughter London when Trump was on the cusp of becoming the nominee. I wanted to find out if any of Trump's controversies since then have made her question her devotion.
Hi, London. How are you doing? Are you working hard?
Yes, ma'am.
I think last time we spoke, he wasn't officially the nominee. So quite a lot has happened in 6 months. We've seen that Donald Trump doesn't like to be criticised, and if he is, then he fights back pretty hard. That's what people say they're worried about, that put this man in charge of the nuclear codes and someone insults him, we could be in a very dangerous situation. How do you respond to that?
The thing about it is he is not a politician. So he hasn't been trained, to sit there and say, okay, I won't say anything and I'll cower down to you and I'll do this and I'll do that. And when you insult him, he insults you back. I mean, if you insult me, I'm going to insult you back. I mean, that's just everybody. You can either be weak or you can be strong.
Do you have moments, though, when you're watching TV and he says something and you think, oh, Donald, I wish you wouldn't say it like that because you might be putting some people off?
No, because I know how, you can take anything and after, the media puts it the way they want to, that it didn't come out like that at all.
A lot of his stuff, though, you don't really need to reinterpret. It's pretty bold and clear what he's saying. And a lot of people don't like it.
I mean, they don't have to like it. I mean, it's like, I feel like with Donald Trump, you either love him or you hate him. And I love him.
The consensus is that Donald Trump's had a bad summer. How did you feel about the things that happened? First of all, rowing with the family of a fallen soldier.
It doesn't bother me. I mean, I'm on Trump's side, sorry.
Okay, inviting the Russians to hack Hillary Clinton's emails?
Hillary Clinton deleted her emails. She already did it. So, I mean, she did it.
And what about inciting violence against her, calling for Second Amendment
it was a
people?
joke. It was not serious. It was a joke.
Is there anything he could do?
No.
To dissuade you?
No.
Because you fundamentally believe in...
I really do. I mean, honestly, I truly believe in him. And like I said, I'm not one of those that, okay, I'm going to vote for this person because she's a woman, or I'm going to vote for this person because they're a Republican. Like, we call ourselves Trumplicans because I honestly agree with his issues.
You work hard, you're studying, you're trying to do the best for London. Some people might say you'd be crazy not to vote for Hillary Clinton. She says she's a champion of women, that Donald Trump's the worst thing that could happen for women. How do you respond to that?
I say, have they met her? I mean, that to me, Hillary Clinton is everything that I would never want to be in a woman. First of all, she let her husband cheat on her in front of the whole world and say, oh, it's okay. Now, that right there, I mean, she's done a lot of horrible things. I mean, a lot of horrible things. The Benghazi soldiers, the emails, everything. But that right there, if you're not going to take up for yourself, you're not going to take up for our country. Hillary Clinton is disgusting. She's human sewage.
Go Trump!
Trump has inspired a new type of voter who doesn't necessarily feel at home in the traditional Republican or Democratic Party. The big unknown is whether there are enough of them to seal his victory.
We are going to build a great border wall to stop illegal immigration.
We will not build a wall. Instead, we will build an economy where everyone who wants a good job can get one.
I am going to bring back our jobs.
Don't believe anyone who says, I alone can fix it.
I alone can fix it.
Really? I alone can fix it?
I'm going to make our country rich again.
Americans don't say, I alone can fix it. We say, we'll fix it together.
He's really formidable just as a performer. And the #1 rule is do the unexpected. keep people's eyes on you.
It wasn't like America looked around the country and said, let's make this reality TV star president. Wouldn't that be a gas? No, it was always his issues that people were voting for.
Donald Trump's followers have always believed he can win, but his support is based on a narrow group, white men without a college degree. Traditionally, presidential campaigns try to appeal to a wide range of voters. Trump's gamble is to do things differently.
Mr. Trump does have a strong base. We've seen voters who've come out that we've never seen before. He's been able to mobilize this tremendous unit of American voters who are very energized by Mr. Trump's message. He's now going to need to focus on women, millennials, minority voters as you head into this home stretch, ensuring that he can capture the vote of all Americans, not just the base.
Another path for Trump is to capitalize on his strong support among white blue-collar workers without a college education. And they're concentrated in what we call the Rust Belt of America, where the industrial heartland has declined over the decades. Trump would have to carry Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, and Wisconsin. If you add those 4 states' electoral votes to the normally Republican states that Mitt Romney carried, it's exactly 270 electoral votes.
It's not an easy path, but it's possible.
We have a tradition in the United States of normally turning over power to the out-of-power party every 8 years. There has to be a good reason why people give an incumbent party 3 terms. It's only happened once in modern times. It happened in 1988 when George H.W. Bush, the senior, succeeded a 2-term president, Ronald Reagan.
Donald Trump knows that to increase his chances of winning, he needs support outside his fan base. Perhaps surprisingly for a candidate who called some Mexicans rapists, Trump has been trying to entice minorities and African Americans to vote for him.
Look how much African American communities have suffered under Democratic control. To those I say the following. What do you have to lose?
The point is, African Americans have been voting 95% for the Democrats for about 30 years. And what has the black community gotten out of this? They know it. He's telling them what they already know. Democrats see black voters as votes. That's it. We'll see you in 4 years. Thanks for your vote.
I say it again. What do you have to lose? Look, what do you have to lose? You're living in poverty. Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. 58% of your youth is unemployed. What the hell do you have to lose?
Everything.
We have everything.
If we vote for him, we have everything to lose.
Yeah, he does not have a legacy of supporting African Americans or any other national or ethnic group of people.
Traditionally, black Americans vote Democrat. Unprecedented turnout of black voters helped Barack Obama win the presidency in 2008. These women are unflinching. They believe Hillary Clinton is the only choice.
Now, while your stories are often missing from the history books, make no mistake, you are the change makers, the path breakers, and the ground shakers.
She seems to walk a talk, which is critical to this community. We have to be consistent, and she's one consistent woman.
We're going to come out in massive numbers, and we are going to elect the only candidate in the race that can be commander-in-chief on day one.
We will make America great again. Thank you. God bless you.
What does make America great again mean?
It means great again, the white folks are in leadership. Now that's the way black folks are.
So it's making America white again?
Making America white again. I believe that our country for white people, because white folks are fearing them being a minority too.
Clinton is relying on African American voters, but they're not all relying on her. At the historically black Jackson State University, old customs are being challenged.
There seems to be an automatic assumption that African American voters will vote for Hillary Clinton. Is that the case?
Right. That's not necessarily the case, because a lot of people don't necessarily just agree with everything that she does either. I'm still on the fence.
Does she inspire you?
She doesn't. But
you're shaking your head as well. Why not? Who are you going to vote for?
Who am I going to vote for?
Have you decided yet?
I've decided, but, you know, we only have two choices. So
Who's yours?
My choice, I have to go whoever's against Donald Trump. I'm going to say it like that. I'm going to say it like that.
So Hillary Clinton?
Whoever's against Donald Trump.
Why are you reluctant to say her name?
Whoever's against Donald Trump.
Are you not a fan of Clinton?
Not a fan of Clinton.
The first difference in this election is that both major party candidates are disliked, and they have very high unfavorabilities for different reasons. Donald Trump can be insulting and pops off and doesn't seem to know very much. Hillary Clinton has not been liked for a long time because she's seen as untrustworthy.
One of the most striking aspects of this campaign has been the tone. Donald Trump's locker room language has made him a powerful, sometimes imposing competitor.
He referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee it. You got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Maybe that's what I said.
He hasn't been that brash. I mean, he's an alpha male. He's
on the podium.
Well, he has stamina, unlike Hillary Clinton or that little beta male Tim Kaine, her running mate.
Every time I mention her, everyone screams, lock her up, lock her up, lock her up. They keep screaming. And you know what I do? I've been nice. But after watching that performance last night, such lies, I don't have to be so nice anymore. I'm taking the gloves off, right? Yes?
There's just a tremendous amount of misogyny involved. There's still a core, and it apparently is closer to the surface than maybe some of us had hoped, of just women should not be, doing stuff. Women should not be running for office. And anybody who does has got to be sort of, by definition, a bitch and untrustworthy or totally selfish. And yet nobody says that about men.
He claims the territory immediately, sort of alpha dog style, walks in, kicks somebody in the shins. It's his turf, it's his territory, and everybody has to respond on his terms and ends up looking defensive. He's intensely competitive.
Rumors spreading round in that Texas town about the shack outside the game.
Trump's die-hard fans are fired up and ready to go. If enough of them vote, he could have the edge. They are his best hope.
I think we're going to win by a lot. We're going to win by a lot.
Is this your first Trump rally?
First Trump rally.
First political rally?
First political rally.
What's he done to enthuse you to come out like this on a hot, hot day?
Because the other party's such a liar, I can't believe anything they say, and we can't do any worse than what we've got. So it's about time we got somebody besides a politician in office.
The highest level of enthusiasm that they've seen. We're going to vote.
Is this your first Donald Trump rally?
Yes, it is.
What inspired you?
A new change, a better America.
It's time to have a new and great American future.
You've been to a political rally before?
Never.
So what's inspired you?
Friends of mine, and I'm just inspired that we feel like we have hope.
USA! USA! It is time to show the whole world that America is back, bigger and better and stronger than ever before.